Usai satu dekade negosiasi alot berlangsung, saudara, Indonesia dan negara-negara Uni Eropa akhirnya menaikkan perjanjian kemitraan ekonomi atau IU-SIPA pada September lalu. Nah, kerjasama ini digadang-gadang bisa meningkatkan ekonomi Indonesia dan sejumlah negara-negara Uni Eropa lainnya. Nah, usai kurang lebih 2 bulan penandatanganan, kali ini Wakil Menteri Luar Negeri Polandia, His Excellency Władysław, sudah datang langsung ke Indonesia. Kira-kira apa yang menjadi urgensi dalam kunjungan kali ini? Ini yang akan kita bahas hari ini karena narasumber sudah hadir di studio langsung untuk Liputan 6 SCTV. Thank you very much, sir, for coming to our studio, and it's great to have you here, and it's my honor to be with you today. So, how's everything? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm enjoying my first trip to Indonesia was to celebrate 70th anniversary of establishing diplomatic relations between our two countries. We've got various similarities. I mean, I look at you and I think Merah Putih,
yes.
Putih Merah.
I think we have the same color.
We have the same color
flag.
of the flag,
yes,
indeed.
Yes.
So, but we have other similarities and connections apart from all our flags.
So this is your first time coming to Indonesia, or this is?
It's the first time coming to Indonesia. I have traveled around many Asian countries because I'm responsible in the ministry for this region, Asia Pacific. And I'm very close to various countries in the ASEAN. Indonesia is plays a leading role in this association. We are trying to associate ourselves with ASEAN next year with a TAC treaty. Because we are very keen on establishing closer links with all the Asian countries, especially with Indonesia.
Yesterday, I noticed that you go to one of the biggest mosques in Indonesia. It's called Istiqlal Mosque. What did you do there?
Well, one of the imams showed us around, showed us the mosque, explained the history, which was I think is the 4th largest mosque in the world. So it's very important. Yes. And then we went through the tunnel. To see the cathedral.
Yes, that's a new building, actually.
That's a new building, and that is something which is a quintessential Indonesia. Indonesia being a very large country with 17,000 something islands, with a number of religions, with very many nationalities and ethnic groups. And it's a symbol of tolerance and acceptance and peaceful coexistence, because I don't know any country in the world where you can walk through a tunnel from a mosque to a cathedral. This is very unique, and it simply shows how you can coexist despite the variety. And it's something even mentioned that is unity through diversity. And this is, for me, a symbol of Indonesia.
Yeah. Do you also have something similar like that in your country, in Poland?
Not quite. I mean, we don't have that many ethnic groups, and we don't have that many religions. We have a very old Muslim community, which goes back to the 14th century, but it's only about 5,000 strong now. But I must say that during the official celebrations, the state celebrations, we always have a prayer, and the prayer is conducted by a Catholic priest, Orthodox priest, a Protestant priest, a rabbi, and an imam. So we say all religions are tolerated, accepted, and acknowledged and cherished.
Sir, what is it exactly the main agenda of your visit to Indonesia?
Indonesia is one of the most serious players in the global south. We have had, as I said, relations for a long time. We have maintained good relations in other countries of the ASEAN. I came here to have the talks with the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs here, and invited him for political consultations to Poland next year. We're expecting hopefully the visit of your foreign minister to Poland as well next year. So this will be a preparation for it, and we like to maintain high-level contacts with the government because we share certain values and which therefore we want to get closer. You mentioned SEPA. This is a huge potential change in our relations because, as you know, trade issues are not decided in Europe by particular governments, but the European Union. So when SEPA is ratified, which we hope will happen at the end of next year, so it will become operational on the 1st January 2027, it will change completely the nature of our trade relations, because the trade without barriers would increase drastically. Our trade with Indonesia is very small. It's less than $2 billion a year mutual trade. So given the size of your country, it's not significant for comparison. Our trade, bilateral trade of Poland with Germany is 180 billion euros. So it's so we want to, and you have 280 million people. We want to
there are so many things to explore
from that. So we want to establish closer links. We also want to establish more personal links. We, for instance, have about 100 student grants which we can give to foreign students to pay for them coming to Poland. We have only 10 Indonesians at the moment, and we could have more. So we like to encourage that. I mean, 10 Indonesians studying, so we want to have more. We now have created, last June, we have created a complex of temples. It's called a kind of mini Bali Indah, on the coast, which is fabulously popular with tourists. So the Ministry of Culture of Indonesia opened it last June. So we want to engage with you more on all fronts.
So I wonder, how does Poland view Indonesia's in general?
We have had relations for 70 years, and we never had a problem.
Okay.
So
it's getting stronger.
It's getting stronger. We want to use the full potential of this goodwill on both sides to get more involved. Politically, we acknowledge your leadership in this part of the world, and we share many values. We very much appreciate your voting in the United Nations against Russian aggression in Ukraine. We like your commitment to international rule-based order and peaceful solution of conflicts, if possible. So we want to cooperate with you more on economic grounds. We are similar countries. We were colonized in a different form, but we colonized first by Germany, Prussia, Russia, and Austria for 123 years, and then we occupied by Germany and then by the Soviet Union. You were a colony for a long time.
By the Dutch colony, yes.
By the Dutch colony. Then you came out of it, and we started from a relatively poor level. And if you look at Poland, 35 years ago, when we broke with the communists, we were basically a bankrupt country with enormous foreign debt, inflation over 500%, unemployment at 25%. And 35 years later, 35 years of continuous growth. We never had a recession in 35 years, and our growth in 35 years, it's only second to China in the world. So we've now moved to become this year $1 trillion economy, which is, we are at the level of G20, which we haven't joined yet, but we hopefully will be asked to next year. And so it's like Indonesia. It's a success story because you are a poor country. You had various problems, economic problems, and now look at you. You are major power in this part of the world, and we are fairly similar in that. We think we can cooperate. We can offer you some experiences of our transformation, being energy transformation, being digital transformation, being on our ways to improve our industries. We used to be a very agricultural nation, and we still export. 15% of our foreign trade comes from agriculture. But our main products, which we sell is machinery and automotive.
Oh.
So we are slightly more now advanced, and so are you. So it's a scope for more. It's also a scope for some investment. We would like to invite Indonesian companies to invest in Poland, and we would like to invest in certain things here. So we are very conscious of the environment. So we, for instance, are specialists in water treatment. And in green energy. We are transforming the country into renewable energy country. So this is something which we very happily would.
Do you think that there are like some other particular commodities that could serve as the main drivers for our trade cooperations beside everything that you have mentioned earlier?
Well, we also can sell. I mean, with the trade we have to wait for SEPA. We also can.
Yes,
but also
of course.
Can trade
We have that.
For services, we have digitalized the country, and we can provide Indonesia with system how to run the bureaucracy over whatever many islands.
Something very difficult to do actually to run in Indonesia. How to do great bureaucracies when it comes to what you said.
Well, the way we did it, because we were quite backward, we decided to jump straight into solutions, which means that using your tablet or using your telephone, you can access most documents you need from the government. And so you don't need to go to an office and queue to get a paper with 3 stamps. You can do it on your computer, which if you are a big country like Indonesia, is very helpful. This is how we survived the pandemic. So we have the system to put bureaucracy online. So this is something which we could share. It's not like selling a pair of shoes. It's more like selling software which allows you to do things. We also are very specialized in cybersecurity.
Oh, okay. That's one of the things actually we have been facing for at least for 5 years until the digital era coming to Indonesia. So I think every country also faced that.
We currently are the most attacked member state of the EU by cyber attacks.
Oh, okay.
And its attacks are not concentrating on our military. Attacks are concentrating on civilian infrastructure, on energy supplies, on water supplies.
How did it come about?
Well, it's not a big mystery that this intensified after the Russian aggression in Ukraine. They attack people who attack us as Russia and Belarus. So we are very resilient, and we have built a very good civilian and military defense network for that, and we are happy to cooperate with Indonesia and share our solutions.
Now, we have a free nutritious meal program, and it is intended to provide free lunch for elementary school and junior high school. But we also have some difficulties when it comes to like serving the food, like food processing. And this program instead exposed some flaws in planning, execution, and oversight. While Poland is known for its expertise in food processing technology and logistic management, do you see, let's say, any cooperations that could be developed between us, Indonesia and Poland?
Of course, we have developed a very strong logistical base in Europe, so we can supply very many things coming by ship to container port in the Baltic and sending it back 1,000 kilometers down to or more to southern Europe. So yes, we've got certain solutions, and we have spent lots of money investing in that infrastructure, and we're very happy to share, and also we're very happy to get more trade transported by sea.
Okay.
We're now building a very big container port. We've got the LNG ports as well, because we supply LNG we now want to supply to other partners. So we got modernized in the last 20 years very rapidly, and we are happy to cooperate with our partners, like with Indonesia, as we cooperate with other partners in the ASEAN.
Okay. I hope that there is more to come between Indonesia and Poland when it comes to...
We are a big agricultural producer, and we are the biggest producer of apples, for instance, in Europe. We are the biggest producer of poultry, and something which may come as a surprise to the Indonesian viewers, we produce a lot of halal products.
That's a good idea.
Which might be of some interest to both poultry and beef. We produce, this is one of the specialties, so that may be of interest to Indonesia. And of course, we are very experienced in food processing. So, and also because we have winters, but we also have hot climate.
Yeah.
And we need to know how to preserve food
for these seasons.
Different for the season. So we do have 4 seasons. So this is something we are happy to share with you.
Okay. Sir, my last questions for our interesting conversations today. I hope that we can talk more, actually, but our time is very limited. It's about the issue of Palestine that still continue to draw global attentions. How would you describe Poland's view about this conflict in Middle East, especially in Gaza?
Well, first of all, the conflict is long-standing. We are talking about 100 years, roughly speaking. And Poland has always supported the two-state solution. We have established diplomatic relations with the Palestinian Authority in 1988. So it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we still support the two-state solution. We are very happy that, thanks to the efforts of President Trump, there is a ceasefire, and we are looking forward to moving to the second stage of that. We are in constant touch, for instance, with various Arab nations who might be involved in trying to preserve the ceasefire. And we are very grateful to Indonesia that Indonesia is ready to send 20,000 troops to the multilateral forces, for instance, like we did both Poland and Indonesia in Lebanon. So yes, we are hopeful that for the first time in 25 years there is a possibility of resolving this problem, because there was a gap for 25 years, nothing, no negotiations were taking place. So we are hopeful that this issue will be resolved, and there will be Palestine and in Israel living side by side.
Sir, one more question to ask, because we are very curious. It's about vice ministers' positions. We have a lot of positions in Indonesia. We have several ministers and vice ministers, deputy ministers. Do you know that maybe we have something similar to share about this kind of positions?
Well, this is an administrative choice. We have ministers, which we call constitution ministers, which sit at the cabinet
and as
with the
your
prime
position
ministers.
Right now is a vice minister of
I am
Foreign
a
Affairs.
vice minister, and we have a number of vice ministers. Some of them, there's usually 1 or 2 secretaries of state in the ministry, and the rest are undersecretaries, and they've got slightly different functions, slightly different responsibilities. The secretary of state usually stands up for the minister, should the minister be away. So that's the difference between secretary and the secretary. But we all have very similar roles. I am responsible for, amongst other things, for dealing with the countries of Asia Pacific, and I'm responsible for dealing with anything to do with the Polish Parliament, being at the lower chamber or the Senate. Okay,
I think that you are one of the top priority positions in your country then.
No, I wouldn't put it that way. There are very many people way more important than I am.
Okay. Once again, thank you, sir, for your time. Thank you very much for coming here. It's great to have you here, and I hope that we can talk more about the cooperations between Poland and Indonesia in the future. And I hope I can meet I can visit your country and to meet you directly. Who knows that?
You are most welcome in my country. I don't want to talk about our cooperation. I want to cooperate.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.